G'day guys, welcome to the third episode of our Ayahuasca Diaries series, where I basically break down my ayahuasca experiences in a raw and unfiltered way. If you wish to know more information about ayahuasca retreats and know more about my own personal experiences with this plant, then please feel free to check the links in the description box below. And we've also released an awesome mind-bending ayahuasca trip simulation, so go check that out. So enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like and share this around. It really does help the channel. The YouTube algorithm has, excuse my French, but kind of fucking over my channel as of late. And if you guys aren't aware, I actually had a video removed and the appeal rejected, as well as a warning strike against my channel. So yeah, kind of scary, especially after 5 years of doing videos. This is the first time that I've had an appeal rejected. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think the best thing to do right now would be to go to yourmatetom.com and sign up to my email list, just in case shit hits the fan. And I've also made a BitChute account. And with the email list, I never send spam. In fact, I hardly send emails. It really is just for special releases or important events, things like this. I get that most of you probably can't be bothered going to a website and signing up to an email list, but this really is important, guys, because you never know what's going to happen to my channel. And my content is only getting better, so you're going to be mind blown of the things that are going to come out. Hopefully everything works out and YouTube is all fine and dandy, but at the same time, we have to prepare for the worst and hope for the best, I guess. So go to yourmatetom.com and give me your soul. Email address, of course. Silly me. And before we start the video, of course, I got to give a shout out to all our Patreons who are the lifeblood of this channel, who really help fund these projects and make our videos even better and really inspire us to keep going, you know. If you've ever gotten value out of our content and you truly believe in what we're doing, then I would ask you to please consider checking out Patreon and becoming a monthly supporter. And if you wish to be a part of our top Patreon list and be immortalized in our video credits, then go to patreon.com/yourmatetom. Apologies for the long intro, guys, but it's been pretty scary and you can't take too many precautions. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing and hope for the best. But yeah, enjoy the video. Love you guys. Have an awesome day. Peace.
So last night's ceremony asked for peace and tranquility, and I guess I should have been more specific, because on the mental plane I was definitely at peace, I was lucid, I was able to handle it, it was all good, but physically, man, I was fucking suffering, man, just like stomach pains, couldn't purge, dry reaching, had the sweats, like fucking, you know, like you were talking about in India, how you had the flu, and you were kind of hallucinating, like that's the sort of state I was in. And about an hour of it, I was having visions, but it was more of an active imagination type of vision. So I wasn't inside where it was consuming me. It was more like watching a TV screen sort of thing. Just random shit, like a psychedelic odyssey, like going through the forest and transporting to the sky and then opening a closet and then being in this mirrored dimension. Just like classic psychedelic visions. Complete randomness, no profundity to it. And I had a female entity peek through. Maybe it was ayahuasca, I don't know, but that was about it. And then, yeah, basically the whole thing was just me struggling with this whole thing. And then I realized what came with asking for peace is that, well, with peace, you don't need any insights, you don't need any knowledge, because you're content the way it is. You don't need the pendulum to swing on the extreme opposite ends of polarity to smash your psyche in a million pieces. It's just centered, I'm good, everything I need is right here. And like a lot of it was hard to remember just because it was kind of like, sort of like a fleeting dream, you know what I mean? But there was one time, actually, I remember feeling the ayahuasca creep in physically and just feeling really heavy. I had like vibrations for like 30 minutes straight. It didn't feel good though, just because I was sick. I was like, whoa, I was yawning, that's right, I was yawning so much, man. You probably heard me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I got everything that I needed. It wasn't, again, nothing too mystical to note, but again, that's exactly what I asked for. But I did, actually, one thing I learned is that you just got to be more specific. So if you ask for peace, ask for the mental, emotional, and spiritual plane, and physical plane. So tonight I'm going to ask for $1 million. Nah, I don't know. What are you going to ask for today?
Same thing.
Yeah,
Conversation.
Because I remember asking, because I as well, part of my intention was like having a friendly conversation, but I didn't specify having a conversation with the spirit of ayahuasca. So I was just kind of having a conversation in my own mind, just contemplating sort of things like that. But tonight I'm going to ask for
Friendly conversation with ayahuasca.
friendly wealth and prosperity
Fair enough.
in the mental, spiritual, and physical plane. And I guess because wealth doesn't necessarily mean money per se. It's just, I don't know. How would you?
Well, it's like Bob Marley.
How would
They're
you
like,
define wealth?
They're like, "Are you a wealthy man?" Remember when someone asked Bob
Yeah,
Marley
yeah.
that, and he's like, "What you mean by wealth? You mean like I got lots of money?" And he's like, "What do you say?" He said, "Yeah, I'm rich. I have eternal life forever." Something like that.
So yeah.
So yeah, basically, ayahuasca is gonna make us puke and have crazy time, and yeah, we're gonna go do it again right now. So,
Yeah.
see ya.
Actually, one other thing, I did, the whole peace thing, I did make peace with ayahuasca. So, the first time in 3 years, Even the last trip, like even after I got out of it, I definitely got a lot of knowledge, but it was still pretty heavy. I'm like, oof, I don't know if I'm ready to go back, but this time I had that inner knowing that everything was happened for a reason. And even ayahuasca, like, yeah, she can give you a really hard time, but she's like, it's okay. You're going to suffer for a bit, but you're going to thank me later.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to get some really good knowledge. And like, I couldn't be more grateful for all the things that ayahuasca has brought into my life. It was, if I had to boil down the most life-changing moment in my life would be the first time I drank ayahuasca. Even my friends can refer to me as like pre-ayahuasca Tom and post-ayahuasca Tom. So that it just goes to show how incredibly powerful this medicine is and how much it changed my life. So, and yeah, I had some traumatic experience and went in the deep end and faced some shit that I wasn't ready for, but it's part of my journey, so it's all good. I'm at peace with it. I'm at peace with myself. I trust myself and I trust the medicine. So it's all good in the hood.
La medicina.
La medicina. Yeah, last night was another tough one and it was very physically taxing. I just remember after I drank, just waiting for the Icaros to start, and then all of a sudden I just hear Jose say, "It's time for the second cup," and I must have either fallen asleep or blacked out or something, and then the medicine started to creep in, started to feel it permeate through my brain, and I just I didn't purge at all last night, and I think this was the first time of all the ayahuasca ceremonies I've done that I just couldn't purge, so it was just kind of sitting there and started to feel really heavy again and getting those flu symptoms and like really cold and having the cold sweats and just tossing and turning and just kind of basically just battling with my mind, I guess, because I feel like the medicine is like testing me to trust it. And even though a lot of the dark trips I've had have been incredibly beneficial for sure, but every now and again while I'm in it, it's like, fuck, I don't know if I can trust this and like really let go. And I've got this very hyper analytical mind that it just makes it difficult to just surrender to what's happening, I suppose. And the visuals were moderately intense, and I remember sensing like a lot of figures like from the peripheral, like I don't know, not even dark figures, just shadows. Like they weren't negative entities or anything like that. It was more, I don't know, just chilling, watching this crazy Aussie guy just tripping balls, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I guess I was going through a lot of like ego backlash, and my mind was being very judgmental towards myself, and yeah, eventually it went down, and I tapped into the gratitude, and I was like grateful for all you guys and laughing when I can, and I don't know what to make of this trip, to be honest. Maybe ayahuasca's like, well, you need a rest now or something. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to interpret what's going on. So yeah, after I came out of it, I was like, oh, fuck, I feel so much better. Like, when you go down hell and you come back and you're like, oh, you're just so grateful that you're back in this plane. Because I remember throughout the trip, I was like, I really wanted to take a shit, but I was like, because I was so sensitive, I was too afraid to go in the bathroom so reality could deconstruct, you know. So I just had to like hold it in until I was okay enough to go outside. But yeah, this is one of the ones I don't really know what to make of it. Sometimes like kind of I get hard on myself and think like, fuck, why do I keep going to these realms? Maybe it's because I opened those doors in previous ones that it's like easier for me to slip back in there, but yeah, I don't know. So, thank you. Hey?
It's about giving the mind a rest. Let the thoughts unfold, and even if it doesn't make sense, just for a journal, and it'll make sense at the end.
Yeah, sometimes it does. Like sometimes I'll have like a ceremony, 10 ceremonies later, and then the dots will connect. I'm like, oh, okay, that's why that happened. Yeah, it's that constant cycle. Yeah. This little girl came. Like she was like a 10 to 12-year-old swamp creature with like really big eyes, completely covered in mud. I also want to give a shout out to my good friend Jason Stevenson, who does awesome free guided meditations. It's always good to do some meditation training and prep your mind for these type of psychedelic experiences. So go check out the description box below, click the link, and I'll see you on the other side. Peace.